Hello and welcome to another episode of Mobile with the Guru. This is your host, Ricky Cadden, Symbian Guru, and today I'm back down by the river, as you can see. We've got a great little scenery down here, and I'm going to show you a couple things that I've got in my pocket, and then I've got some news to cover with you, so there's been a lot of stuff happening. First thing that I've got in my pocket today is the Nokia 6220 Classic. This came recently to my house, and it's the black edition, obviously. And this is a S60 3rd edition feature pack 2 device. It's got a 5 megapixel camera back here with a xenon flash and a little lens cover, as you can see right here. So it's basically the same thing as the Nokia N82, only it does not have Wi-Fi, and it's obviously not an N series, so the styling is going to be a little bit differently. I've got a full review coming up very soon, but there's a couple things that I wanted to highlight first of all. S60 3rd edition feature pack 2. This is the first time I've really had a chance to play with it, and frankly on this device it's really rather slow. As you can see, the menu transitions are very nice looking, but it's just kind of it's very sluggish, and I'm really disappointed to see that. Hopefully some of the newer in-series S60 3rd edition feature pack 2 devices, such as the N85, which will be taking the place of my N95, hopefully the speed on those will be a little bit more up to par. Other than that though, the keypad's very nice. I don't know how well you can see it right now, but it's very dark with very bright labels on there, so you can easily see what buttons are which, and they're very big buttons and very easy to press. So I'm very impressed with the keypad. I kind of wish I could put it on my N82, is how nice it is. So hopefully Nokia will take some notes on that. The D-pad is also very nice. It's not a Navi wheel or anything, but it's still very nice. And it has a really bright blue notification light around the D-pad, and that's used similar to the E71 and the E66 for breathing, so you can see when the phone's on, and it'll also flash repeatedly if you have a missed event, like a missed call or a text message or something like that. So all in all, it's a very small phone. As you can see, it fits nicely in your hand, and it's very thin as well, and it's got the regular micro USB port, the Nokia power port, and a 2.5mm TV out port. So this is kind of interesting. Obviously the spot is plenty big enough for a 3.5mm, so it's really kind of silly that they didn't put a 3.5 in here, but they did put TV out, so it has the convenience of the TV out, but just not the convenience of 3.5mm, which is a little bit more standard. So I'm not real sure what's going on with that, but it's kind of annoying. It also has the GPS light here on the side. This will light up when you have a good GPS signal, and this is a own key, which we're kind of familiar with from the E series, and this lets you can set this one key to anything in the phone that you want for one-touch access, so it's really convenient as far as that goes. So that's something I've been playing with, and like I said, we'll have a full review up on that on Symbian Guru very shortly. The other thing that I wanted to show you, I unboxed yesterday, and this is the Sony Ericsson, I don't really know how to show you this, MBW-150. As you can see, this looks like a normal wristwatch. If you didn't know that I didn't wear wristwatches, you would not know it was a toy that I'm testing. So it looks very, very nice, very classy, very professional, which it should, because it's rather pricey. And what I've been using this watch with is an application called BT Watch, and this is from SICK, which also makes a really great freeware FTP client for S60. So the watch will pair with my phone, my N95 in this example, and anytime I get an incoming call, if the caller ID is recognized, it'll show that person's name on the watch, which is very neat. So if it's a unknown name, but the number still shows, then it will still show my number. I'm going to take the watch off real quick so I can show you kind of where this works at. You can kind of see there on the bottom, there's a little screen down here, and that will show the caller's name or number. If I get a text message, it'll scroll the first few lines of the message, which is really, really convenient. So normally this watch would only work with Sony Ericsson phones, but like I said, the people at SICK put together a nice little freeware that makes it work with any S60 powered phone. Big fan of that. Actually considering picking one up because it's really classy, and I've been needing to get a watch anyway. So you can see it's very thin, and these are music playback keys here on the side, and then these are just regular keys that do different functions depending on what you're wanting to do. So we'll have a full review with screenshots and a video and all that kind of stuff on Symbian Guru very soon, probably tomorrow, but I just wanted to give you a sneak preview in the video for those of you who don't normally visit the site. Now you know what to come look for. So Other than that, Steve Litchfield actually had a very nice article recently about expired applications in the S60 world. And apparently what's happening is, because of the signed requirement, a lot of application developers are signing their applications and then kind of leaving them be. And while that's fine in the short run, in the long run, it really creates a poor experience for the user, because now you have all kinds of applications whose certificate has expired. So when you install it, it'll give you a little message that says expired certificate, which doesn't really do you a whole lot of good, especially if you have no idea what a certificate is. So Steve's been kind of exploring that. Personally, I'm really annoyed with the whole Symbian signed process, and we're going to have more coverage on that very soon on Symbian Guru. But for right now, that's just kind of something to look at. You may want to cruise over to All About Symbian. There's a pretty good discussion about it going on, so you may want to cruise over there and join in that. Also, the Star Wars game for N-Series launched this week, and a lot of people are kind of confused as far as what I thought about it. I will say that once you actually get to play the game, it's really, really fun. The Cell Weaver navigation system, where you move your D-pad in certain combinations to perform moves, is very, very neat. I'm a really big fan of that, and I hope to see it in more games very soon. However, the game itself kind of sucks. There's long cutscenes, and it wants you to take tutorials for forever. So once you actually get through all that stuff, then it's actually a really entertaining game, and one I would highly recommend. The graphics are really, really nice. The best I think I've seen on a Engage game yet. So I'm really a big fan of that. Also, if you've been on the site recently this week, you know that it's been Photography Week at Symbian Guru, and that's basically using your phone to take photographs or photography. So photography is the word, and we've been looking at different ways that you can use your S60 powered phone for photography. The first of that was the QuickPod, which I'm using right now actually, and then we also had a tripod, and we've been looking at different ways that you can edit and then later on share your photos with other people. Very, very fun stuff. I'm really enjoying the coverage. I hope that it's helping you out. Pseudofin's going to pick up the slack for the rest of the week, and he's got some really cool applications that he's going to look at, freeware and some that are costly, and hopefully that'll give you a better idea of even more cool things you can do with your phone. He's also going to look at some techniques of photography that you can do with your S60 phone, such as stop motion, which is what we use for the intro to Mobile with the Guru. And he's also going to look at using some other tools to make some really cool photographs. So you'll definitely want to stay tuned for that. And other than that, that's all I've got for you today. Hope to see you next week with some more cool stuff. Thanks as always for watching. Have a great day.